Welcome. Welcome. What a shit house. What a shit house America is. Welcome. Jesus, what a shit house. We can't get anything fucking right.
Sure can.
Oh, uncivilized. We really are uncivilized. I'm talking to all of us. This is
all the way across. All the way across. Best tweet I saw. America's ghetto as fuck. How's our president going to have a warrant out?
Yeah. Those are facts. Those are
hey, ghetto as fuck right now. We're doing it, boys. We're doing it.
I mean, we're beyond doing it. This is just like, how you gonna get fired on your day off? Like, as soon as they opened, they had to close. Zach fighting through it. I mean, this is, we should have really stayed closed to July the 4th.
They shouldn't even be open. The only thing that I've said throughout all of this, man, is I'm just going to try and listen to the scientists. And if you guys remember when this started, they told us, they said, if everybody wears their masks and if everybody stays inside, maybe September. Maybe September.
Yeah.
That was the goal at the beginning. I don't know where the fuck we got to that the end of June seemed like a good idea right now.
Yeah.
But, you know.
No.
But you also see that they said that if everyone wore a mask, it would save the economy $1 trillion or something like that.
Jesus.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
$1 trillion.
Wow.
All that's required is everyone wearing masks. You got all these Karens and shit in the grocery store throwing fucking raw eggs up against the wall.
Yeah, right.
Running across the street, banging on people's doors, and then calling the police, accusing them of crimes that they didn't commit.
Yeah.
Wilding out, man.
Yeah.
You see those two lawyers that were standing in front of their house in front of the protesters with automatic weapons, like they was actually to shoot somebody.
Yeah, them niggas was lit. I like that. White folks are letting you know right now. They're like, oh yeah, we was kind of being cool. Now we're out in our front yard with motherfucking like serious Grand Theft Auto weapons. Bro.
Yeah, this look totally different. I'm like, dude,
she had her finger on the trigger too.
Polo shirt on, tucked into the khakis.
Tucked in khakis.
15.
They got a pair of Rod Lavers on and shit. I mean, white folks is really letting you know.
Fucking pair of Sperry boat shoes.
Yeah, and some of these Karens, I'm like, I mean, the comedian Ryan Davis said it best. He said, you bitches are bitches that white guys don't even fuck. You're used to niggas fucking y'all, and then y'all have that. That's what did Ryan say? That's what you get your John Tays and your Shaniquas and all these mixed ass fucking kids. That's what's really confusing us about the Karens. Like, bitch, you're normally taking it. You're us. You're where I'm getting my PlayStation 5 from. Why y'all fucking with us? I don't know what happened. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. B, I know you know what I'm talking about. Zach, you know what I'm talking about. That ass motherfucking white women that normally definitely get black dudes to have kids with, and then they take care of the brothers. That's the biggest secret. I don't know. I guess secret shit. Oh yeah, secret.
We're weirdly also short Mexican guys. Also, just
yes.
Fair.
Oh yes.
That's definitely their demographic as well.
Oh yeah. Let's throw them salsa boys up in there. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with the Karens. I was talking to Ian B and y'all about this the other day, and he was like, "Was it this bad when we were kids?" And I was like, "Even beyond Will Smith talking that when that's being filmed, I gotta throw that motherfucking shit out the window. Fuck that. It wasn't this bad when I was in Alabama in the 90s. It wasn't this bad when I was in Virginia in the 80s. Now when I actually leave the house, I'm like, God damn, I hope I can walk down the street and not get fucked with. I mean, Brian, was it this bad?
You know what? I think it might have been, but we just didn't have the camera phone. You know what I'm saying? We back when like Cracker Jacks was popping. Like, Cracker Jack, where the camera phones at? The camera phones changed everything. I mean, I've been pulled out over in high school with guns drawn on me.
I've had that.
In the middle of the night, and they pulled me over on a major street and then told me to make a right-hand turn on a side street. And I started worrying. I'm like, well, I got to make a right. I'm on a major street right here. You're just trying to pull me over. Next thing you know, two of them come, guns drawn, tapping on my glass with the barrel. And I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, I mean,
but Brian, I would then say, you're talking about police brutality. I'm talking about regular ass crackers, just regular ass white folks.
Well,
I ain't never seen
talking about. Are you talking about Karens? Are you talking about Karens, or are you talking about racism? Like just all of it?
Both. I'll say
it's all under the same umbrella.
It's that sense of entitlement, I think, is what's changed with people these days.
Yes.
There's definitely a sense of entitlement that I don't think was as bad, a decade ago. Definitely not like 20 years ago, when I was a kid. But I don't know, man. I'm probably 50-50. It definitely still happened, man. There just weren't people filming it.
You have a president that's way more accepting of the dialogue. When he's saying Nazis, there's some fine people in Charlottesville on the right side. These white people are, wow, really? People used to hate me. I can say how I feel now.
He thanked those old people chanting white power. He thanked them. He deleted the tweet.
I was walking early today because I'm doing my walks and stuff, and this white lady was coming up. She's walking too. I got off the sidewalk and stood in the fucking street. I'm like, bitch, I want you completely away from me. And she even said, it ain't that. What did she say? She said, I'm cool. I'm not one of those. She said, because it looked crazy. It looked insane. It looked beyond social distancing. I'm in the street. And she was like, okay, god damn. I ain't going to motherfucking go Karen on a nigga. Like, just chill out. But it's to the point I'm like, just avoiding older, Karen-ish looking white women.
Well, also, for those of you that don't know, Moo is not exactly a small guy. He's like 7 feet tall. He's a little bit of a big guy. So, I'm not justifying that at all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
Baby Shaq.
Yeah. He's just a fucking giant.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just out of goddamn control.
Yeah.
And then go ahead, B.
I said, who the hell throws a temper tantrum in the grocery store and throws food on the place and then walks out?
Lots of white people apparently in the last week. Yeah.
Let her walk out.
That's not the first one either.
Hey, man, you have to pay for all that. You just can't walk out of here. Just let her go.
Oh, they'll identify her. They'll get her.
Oh, they're going to get her.
The
internet got that couple. The internet got that couple. I mean,
the lawyers? I mean, that was out of control.
Put the name out there.
She had her fucking finger on the trigger. Like,
terrible
gun discipline. Yeah, terrible gun discipline. The guy was holding that AR by the barrel. If he'd have fired that thing twice, it'd have burned his hand. Idiots, man. They had no idea what they're doing. That was ridiculous.
No, that's why it was dangerous for them to be out there with it, because they'll accidentally
exactly. Yeah.
No, it's a damn disaster, man. I think this guy actually might drop out. Trump's actually talking about, well, shit, if I can't win, I might just drop the fuck out of this thing.
The only reason that makes any sense that I saw that I actually 100% believe, if he drops out, he never lost. Yes. And that way he can walk away from it saying, I told everybody I knew everything all along, blah, 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 whatever other bullshit he says. But you never lose if you don't, play.
He's that kind of motherfucker.
Extremely weak.
Oh, he
would look extremely weak.
Can he look any more weak at this point? I mean, it's a joke at this game.
He doesn't feel like he looks weak right now because he doesn't put the blame on himself for anything that's been done. So he's all good right now.
I don't think he did until he fucking bought 100% that he was going to have like 900,000 people at that rally in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yeah. And then 6,000 people showed up. That shit. Oh my God. I just want to bake that into a cake and have it every year for my birthday. It's that picture of him walking off that helicopter looking just fucking all destroyed and sad, disheveled and shit. I love it.
Dude, my favorite at that rally is when he walked into it and he's up there clapping. But they only give you a shot of like that first row, so it looked packed. But I knew it was nobody up there because they panned up there real quick and went back. So he's clapping and looking up and he's pointing up there. I'm like, what are you pointing at?
Empty seats, motherfucker.
Yeah. But
empty seats.
The shot he was getting at that moment, he must have, because he's like pointing up there. I'm like, okay, you're lying to yourself right now.
Yeah.
Unless you put Cabbage Patch Dolls up there.
Cabbage Patch Dolls. Great work, Brian. So we've beat that orange piece of shit into the ground. Biden, at this point, is way ahead of him. Some brother posted something about Biden saying some shit in 1976 about if my kids went to integrated school, they'd be going to school in the jungle. I don't give a fuck if Biden in 1983 had dead niggas in the closet. Look, you're going to vote for the motherfucker because the motherfucker don't goddamn get Trump out of there. Period.
Exactly.
Point blank in the motherfucking story. A lot of African Americans need to remember that your relatives are still in the South, motherfuckers. Like my dad is still getting KKK leaflets and seeing them when he goes into like the grocery store. It's legal for them to do that in the South. Like, you know, you're walking to a Ralph's and like, hey, the Girl Scouts are going to be here on Sunday. They'll have KKK shit up in there. Or they'll just be outside.
How
Yeah.
the fuck?
I was just there and I couldn't go to a certain area of Mobile. I told you guys that for the Mardi Gras celebration because they didn't allow black people. What? You know, once Biden gets in, all that shit's going to kind of suppress a little bit. Because, I mean, when Obama was in, I didn't feel any of that. You know, like you were saying, Zach, Trump allows them to, you know, they're cowards. So they need someone to kind of lead them out of the gutter. And with Obama, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel any of this. None of it.
Yeah, Trump.
Did you, Brian? Brian, I don't remember. Nigga, we were like hanging out together all goddamn time back then. I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, but when I went to UC Davis, we did have an issue on campus with like some like neo-Nazi groups. They were actually putting leaflets on our bulletin board at UC Davis. And
Okay,
this
see,
back,
that's too much.
Yeah, this was back in 2000. So, I mean, it's been around for a while. I don't think too much of anything has changed for the most part.
Yeah.
You're just seeing it more because of our technology that we possess.
And the area, because Davis is a little bit, you know, Sacramento gets down like that a little bit. Those pockets up there. But I want to transition into, we really have to have a little bit of a conversation about this goddamn corona. Like, God, we were talking about it pre-show, everybody. And once again, you went to Uncivilized Intellects. We're just trying to be intellectual for once. I don't know. I don't know what to say. My sister has it. My niece has it. My nephew has it. And my sister's husband have it.
Not your niece in Puerto Rico.
The niece in Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
So I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It's real.
Well, anybody
You
that
were
thinks it's
thinking that
not
it
at
was
this
not
point,
real.
yeah, ridiculous.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess we'll give people a recap on where we're at because what's the date? Today's the 30th.
Give them a recap, Zach.
Today's the 30th, I believe. They just shut down everything Sunday in California in like 8 counties, Texas, Florida, Arizona, all the red states that were acting like fucking idiots are all shut back down. Even the moderate, you know, the purple states are still, you know, shutting down. LA, what I'm telling you guys right now,
Talk to us, buddy.
LA is going to end up backpedaling further. I just don't think he did it all at once, because if he does it all at once, that gets like a knee-jerk reaction from everybody and it scares the shit out of people.
Yeah.
And he's going to try and do it as slow as he can and just step by step take us back, because it's this simple. People don't need to be going outside. It's that simple. People can't handle the responsibility. They're not going to act like adults about it. That's why it keeps getting worse. And you can't tell people, well, now bars are closed, so that's going to save it. But you can still go to a nail salon. You could still go to a restaurant. You could still go here and there. No, you can't. You don't need to. Nobody needs that shit at all. It's just that simple. You need to go to like strictly essential businesses, as in like hospitals, fucking grocery stores, fucking any like government or city workers that work on like utilities and sewage, and then like emergency workers. And that's fucking it, man. Like it just, I don't know. I'm a crazy one now.
What were you about to say, B?
Yeah, I think nail salons definitely should be out because that's full contact, basically. You're touching people like that, you rubbing their feet and shit. Fucking and handling the nails and the hands and shit, that should definitely be closed. But Dr. Fauci recently said he would not be surprised if right now we start seeing 100,000 cases per day.
Wait a minute, what you just say now? What you saying to me, man?
It's insane. On top of the fact that he also said there are a huge amount of people that are asymptomatic that will go through having it the whole time and never knew they had it. So those people are passing it along.
Exactly. Just going around, going out everywhere. There was the Mayor Garcetti just did that release earlier today. He did a big press conference and said that by the end of the week, we're going to be almost to the point where 1 in 70 people in LA County has it. Now think of I'm actually glad that he said this because you really need to like relate it to people. And he's like, think about that at a grocery store. Think about how many people go through a grocery store, touching carts, touching, grabbing a bag of chips, putting them back, deciding they don't want it, touching something to move it out of the way, grabbing shit, touching produce, fucking everything. Hundreds of people at a grocery store. 1 in 70. 1 in 70. Jesus. That means at the very fucking least, you're going to get at least 2 or 3 people that are going to have it all over the place, fucking everywhere. It's insane.
Yeah, I was just in Ralph, and the homeless guy was washing his clothes in the bathroom sink and playing with his asshole and his dick, and he probably touched all over cheese and bacon bits and all kind of chips and salsas.
And where that Ralph's is, you very well might be serious.
Grabbing handfuls of walnuts and touching all kind of lettuce and apples. Yeah, you got to be careful. Instacart that shit. You got to be careful, man. I mean, shit. We all like to go to the bar and have a drink. I mean, we like to go and watch sports, but ain't no goddamn sports. We might as well jump into that shit. So the NBA, out of, what was it, Brian, 300, only like 16 tested positive?
Yep.
Yeah, 16 or 17, yeah.
I mean, they must have been doing.
Or is that Clemson? Didn't they say something about Clemson? They said like 37 players have coronavirus or something. Damn, that hurt too, because my pops went to Clemson. So he was on that Clemson, Alabama thing.
Oh, the kids don't get it.
Yeah.
Those kids are gonna get COVID because they're like, fuck it. But they don't understand they're not gonna have a season.
Yeah, them kids are fucking playing spin the bottle in the bar.
Exactly, in the fucking bar. Yeah, you're not going to have a season if 30 of the fucking people on the team have, because it's really not about the young kids. They got to go home to their parents.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these brothers are going home and they're seeing their grandmothers. Hell, most of them brothers might be raised by their motherfucking grandmother. You know what I mean? Never forget when Jamie Foxx won the Oscar, he wasn't thanking his mama. He thanked his grandmother who raised him when he was all out through high school up until, she passed. So that's dangerous down there in the South. They got to chill the fuck out in the South with that shit. I don't think sports needs to, I think they might need to chill out. How's the NFL going to fucking happen?
Exactly. How are you going to practice? How are you going to practice? Also the NBA too, man. The NBA is contact enough. Think about how close you are. You're breathing and shit. Like you got, no. There's just can't happen,
worse. These motherfuckers
for sure.
Tagging each other.
I mean, to be honest, I would almost argue otherwise because there are guys already that have a fucking face shield. You just cover up the mouth guard of that, and you're doing way more than you are in basketball. Basketball, you're just as close, if anything, for longer periods of time because football plays are real brief. Yeah. NBA, if you're fucking playing defense, I mean, you got a guy fucking on you the whole time. You know what I mean? You might not be facing each other, but you're still physical contact nonstop.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know how the NFL does it. I hope the NFL does it because my dog, Tyler Perry's Medea, Cam Newton, the only brother that wears 3 scarves at the same time, just got picked up for $1 million for the year. But what people don't know, he has a $7 million. If it's almost like a tryout. Like the Patties are like, we'll give you the $1 million to kind of see what's up. We already got a guy that we got on the side. But obviously we're going to start you, Cam. See how you do, then boom, we'll hit you with that $7 million. I mean, the one thing about the Patties is that brothers know going in there, oh, if I act crazy, they'll just fucking cut me.
Yeah, Belichick's not going to fuck around at all.
They'll just cut me. No. So any like crazy shit you thinking about, you didn't hear anything about Randy Moss when he went to Belichick. Randy Moss was living his goddamn life when I was a kid. So people literally have the Patriots, Brian, going to the fucking Super Bowl.
I mean, they always have them doing that. I mean, the only person they lost was Tom Brady. And, I mean, Tom Brady's pretty accurate, but, I mean, Cam Newton's pretty accurate, too, if you look at his statistics. And also, he's a league MVP, too. So I think that $1 million is a slap in the face.
Yeah.
And you're going to give him $7 million in incentives. He probably going to get anyway because the team he's on.
Yeah.
Give him his money up front. He deserves it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I would argue – the only thing that I would argue is it's almost as though – you're definitely right that they're getting a hell of a deal out of a quarterback.
For Cam Newton.
Fuck yeah, no argument.
Yeah.
But he's going to, I mean, the fucking Patriots. They're the Yankees of football. You know what I mean? They're gonna go at least to the playoffs and do well every single fucking year.
Yes.
You know? So I mean, this is a mutually beneficial relationship for sure. You know what I mean? Because he's getting to join a team that he's going to be able to lead. And I mean, like you said, the only thing they lost is Tom Brady. The only thing I would say is I feel like Cam Newton's offensive play type doesn't really match the Patriots because Tom Brady didn't move at all. I mean, he didn't have to because he was protected. So he could sit his ass still for 30 seconds and just watch the field. But Cam Newton is super mobile. You know what I mean? He's more of, I mean, he's a running quarterback.
Well, yeah, he might be a little better for the Patriots now.
That's true. Absolutely.
So,
and I mean, we are talking about Belichick.
That's another reason why the $1 million didn't add up. I mean, I think he had one season with over 60% completions, like Cam Newton.
Yeah, when you get Cam Newton, you're getting more than like just a quarterback. You're almost getting like an offense.
A fashion
guy. Yeah, because you're getting an offense. Because the guy, fashion. You're also getting a fashionista. He's Kanye that plays football. Like you're getting a lot. I mean, what hurt him, which is no other team picked him up.
Yeah.
No one else was looking at him. So the Patriots basically came in and was like, hey, bro, you want something to eat? Like somebody trying to offer you a plate. But Brian's right again. It's like 6 in one hand, half a dozen other. It's not paying him enough. But damn, I was shocked. And then it became the thing of how do you pick even Kaepernick before Cam? Because Cam really has been playing more, recently than even Cap. I think Cap's going to go to he might actually go to Seattle, Brian. Brian is still in this fucking camp. That camp ain't going. Look, they're going to pick the nigga up.
I got love for Kaepernick. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? And he's in the same fraternity I'm in. We're in the same fraternity. I got love for Kaepernick, but I still don't see it yet. All this stuff in the article, that's just to get everybody to calm down on the fact that they're going to pass him up again. Watch.
I mean, somebody will sign him.
Somebody's going to sign that kid.
They'll sign him. It's a business move. Take football out of it.
Hey, guys, what's taking so long?
Well, they're not playing. They're not playing.
I mean,
they're weighing their options,
make decisions, right? Or who's playing?
Brian, they're weighing their options with Cam. They're working them out. They're seeing what's up. It's going to happen, Brian.
Okay, all right.
But it might not happen. But Brian, it might not happen.
To make decisions like this. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said it's going to happen, Brian. It might not happen, no.
I still need to see it, man. Why are they delaying it? What's the delay for?
I don't know why they're delaying. I know that his shoes, I got the Nike Air Force Lows, the Kaepernicks, and they were like about $250. And now on Stadium Goods and like my size, they're like $554. I was like, God damn. He's very hot right now.
Those aren't the ones you left in that store, was it?
No. I got those. I got them. I got those motherfuckers in the house. Yeah, no, his stock is really rising. I mean, I think me and Zach, that's a lot of money to leave out because you're going to have a lot of guilt jerseys. A lot of fucking people like, you know what? I didn't believe that nigga, and now I do. Let me buy the fucking jersey. That's
not okay. You're absolutely right about that percentage.
Yeah,
I'm telling you guys, he goes to the Seahawks, right?
Yeah,
make a fucking Seahawks shirt. Hashtag BLM with Colin Kaepernick and a fucking silhouette like kneeling right underneath it, and you're just gonna fucking print money. I mean, it's absurd.
They're putting BLM on the back of the NBA jerseys. Brian is emphatic.
I'm gonna tell you,
Brian Adams is emphatic.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Donald Trump will call Goodell. Was like, if you don't get that patch off that damn football jersey,
nigga patch
get it off.
No.
Get it off now. Tell you right.
I want it to happen. I want it to happen
the
purely.
NFL will go put a Black Lives Matter jersey, patch on the.
Yeah.
Brian ain't going for it. I can't go for that.
I mean, shit.
I can see that happening.
Zach, if that happens, man, you are a god. You
It's
know what
It's
I'm saying?
happening.
It's that you
Here's
already
all right.
knew.
Think about it this way. I'll tell you this. Let me tell you why it's going to happen, right? Because that's exactly what fucking white corporate America does. They're not going to make any changes. They're not going to put any black men in any kind of important positions. They're not going to draft more black men. They're not going to fucking do anything. They're going to fucking take Aunt Jemima off a fucking bottle. They're going to fucking put black BLM on a fucking jersey, and they're going to be like, "What? You guys aren't happy? We didn't fucking really do anything." That's
Yeah.
why it'll fucking happen. Because it's as easy as fucking stitching 3 letters and a fucking hashtag on a fucking jersey and pretending that they give a shit. That's why. That's why I think it'll happen.
I'm gonna tell you what they're not gonna do. They're not gonna let you touch these damn Confederate statues. Trump said if another will get knocked down, you get 10 years for that shit.
Shit, 10 years.
He's trying to talk about 10 years if you knock down. He said they're trying to take down Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
If anybody tried to get 10 years for knocking over a statue, there would be lawyers just lining up.
Yeah, that's a long time.
No,
that's a long time.
That's ridiculous, man.
Hell
yeah.
He's fighting the wrong fights. The wrong ones that are so unimportant.
Well, at the same time, not to talk about it, but I have to fucking bring it up because we don't even have to go into it because we already kind of did. But just so you guys know, just so the world is aware, the 2 officers that pushed that old man over, that cracked his head open, he was bleeding out of his ear.
Yeah.
The one that Donald Trump said maybe Antifa.
Yeah.
They went into court, said that they were not guilty, and they were fucking acquitted.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
On film. The whole world watched it. We saw it 1,000 times. Everybody saw it. Qualified immunity.
Qualified? What's that? Qualified immunity?
Yeah.
That's what that was.
So it's just ain't nothing really gonna. You're right about that. Somebody posted that. I think Tyler Hunter, the homie, old Dorgoff buddy of me and Brian's, he posted the whole taking Aunt Jemima down, Black Lives Matter in the street, doing all that kind of stuff.
The white actors not voicing black. These are good things. I'm not saying that they're not good things, but these are things that white people are going to do to pat themselves on the back and be like, look at the difference that I made. Look at the good I'm doing in the world. And it's just like, okay, so you stopped voicing a cartoon character.
Yeah.
How does that help the black men out in the street that are fucking literally being shot and murdered by police officers? How does that help?
How does that help the autistic black kid playing the violin?
Right? Like,
the black dude who was walking in like Alberta, Georgia, and he wasn't even the right guy. They slammed him. Then the tape came out, Brian.
Yeah.
The white officer looked at him and was like, this is the wrong guy.
Yeah, broke his ribs. Broke like 3 of his ribs. He ended up
and
suing.
He broke his wrist.
He ended up getting, I think, like $800,000 because that was a couple of years ago. Yeah, but still, it never should have fucking happened. I mean,
he was like the white officer, the old officer looked at him and was like, guys, goddamn, this is the wrong guy. And the white cop looks like, oh, it's that guy over there. He's like, guys, fuck. And he was literally like, fuck. Now we got to fill up, get the fucking guy up, uncuff him. I'm worried. And then he said, they drove me home and all this shit. I'm like, well, they drove me to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what in the fuck is
that whole
going
call
on?
too? That whole call was there's a suspicious black guy.
Yeah.
That's what 3 cop cars showed up about. It was a fucking phone call. Nothing was happening. He wasn't fucking doing anything. Somebody fucking saw a black guy and said there's a suspicious black guy. They showed up and oh man.
We gotta be smart about everything. I feel that we're older now. But even when we were younger, we were trying to be smart about certain shit. I remember bouncing in Beverly Hills at Nick's Martini Lounge back in like 2004, 2005. And these brothers were like smoking weed or doing some shit. And the manager asked them to kind of, and we're talking about on Cannon, like in Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, y'all should probably just walk, because she gonna call the cops. He was like, well, we ain't do nothing. I mean, what she gonna call the cops for? We ain't do nothing. I'm just standing right here. She can call the cops. And I was like, okay. I was like, y'all might want to get the fuck up. I was like, y'all got some high city thinking. I still remember in Alabama, like, hey, you want to get the fuck, you in Beverly Hills. Do you really want to talk to them motherfuckers? Are you crazy? Let's get the fuck out of here. Yep. So just get, just be careful when you're out there.
So So I had a buddy of mine that gave some good ideas with regards to police, and he was talking about having a police academy be like a junior college or a college. So make it a 2 to 4 year requirement to become a police officer.
Yeah.
And then also every 2 weeks you would change your partner.
Oh wow.
So you would get a cycle of a white person, Asian person, Indian man, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you don't have that one person of your own ethnicity at your back all the time. So
that's perfect.
Be a cycle of different ethnicity working with you, and maybe that'll change the thought process of how they interact with criminals of different ethnicity or people that are assumed to be criminals.
That's fucking brilliant, dude.
Yeah, it needs to be a much longer program. It is in every other country, literally in the world. In Europe, there are always 3 to 4 year programs, and you look at the number of shootings, and it's fucking insanely low. Like 200 people have been shot by police in Germany since the year like fucking 2000 in like 20 years. Meanwhile, 75 people have been killed by cops since George Floyd in America.
Yeah, I remember
75.
my dad, when I first came out here to LA, like in 2000, he was like, "Hey man, you should become like a sheriff, because you like work and boom." I was like, "How the fuck am I gonna go to audition as a sheriff?" Number one, number two, nigga, I ain't becoming no motherfucking sheriff. Could you imagine me as a sheriff, an alcoholic sheriff? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, like I'd be in jail because we'd be dead. Like, we'd be going to drink. I mean, shit, yeah, you kidding me? Me and Brian would be dead. We'd be dead. Dead. We'd be driving around, the sirens going, Brian shooting out the car. I mean, the dog's drunk. I mean, you can't give me that kind of goddamn power.
We go to the scene of a disturbance, and Moo goes to the trunk, pulls out a gun, and a 16-pack falls out.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's not happening. I would go to someone's house and be like, "What y'all do?" Next thing you know, I'm cooking jambalaya in the house. I'm on the goddamn couch.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
What's that pork you be making?
That brown sugar pork, that pork shoulder.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shit, I'm in there blowing up their bathroom. Like, it just ain't happening. I looked at my dad like, motherfucker, you gotta be certain people do that shit. And that ain't the 3 of us. Never. We would never do that. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that. Yeah, Brian, you're right. How long was it, Brian? Like 2 fucking months? I remember being very, very quick. Oh, I could be a sheriff in like 3 months, some shit like that. It was like 6 months. It was quick.
Yeah, it needs to be like going to college or a junior college. Like, you got a lot of shit to learn, how to deal with different ethnicities. That's a class in itself. They should be teaching them that too. Yeah. First of all, the first question is, where are you from? What's the racial difference within that community, so you can have an idea of how this person thinks. You know what I'm saying? Where their biases may lay.
Yeah. I read something at the beginning of all of this lockdown and protest and George Floyd shit, and they had just passed after, because there's all kinds of demand for police reform in Cleveland. They just passed a law requiring police to have a GED or some form of higher education.
What?
Before then, the motherfuckers didn't even have to have a fucking GED. Can you believe that shit? Like, you didn't even have to fucking graduate high school, get a fucking GED. You could just walk into the fucking police academy, 2-3 months, you're out on the fucking streets enforcing laws that you don't even know what they are. Meanwhile, lawyers to practice law have to go to fucking school for, 8 years? Something fucking crazy?
Exactly. You have no education, but they'll give you a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And stick you in a neighborhood in a community that you've never been in, which is another thing they need to fix. They need to have people policing their own communities.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't mean citizens policing their own communities. I mean police officers from within the community that they grew up in policing that community.
But also not trying to have the brother from, what was that, Brian, from, Boys of the Hood. You think you tough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you get the brothers that are a little bit too heavy. I'm like, bro, chill the fuck out, man. Here's my ID. God damn, what are you doing? I'm like your nephew. Why you fucking with me? I ain't got nothing on me. You'd be surprised sometimes. Zach, you'd be surprised sometimes how tough the brothers the brother cops be tough on cats. I had a brother cop in Beverly Hills. He was tough on me to the point the white boy was like, maybe you should chill the fuck out. This guy's just, he works here. He called us. Why the fuck are you tough on the door, guy? You dumb motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. Oh, God damn it. You just wore out, you just start thinking about 2020. You just want to run down the street and like have a bunch of kangaroos kick you and like. I mean, 2020 is just whooping my ass. Like it's just whooping everybody's ass.
Everybody.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. When that motherfucking 600 ends, you better lock your door because niggas will be in the streets. I can tell you that right now. When this $600 in and they don't extend that, yeah, it's gonna get real.
They're gonna extend it. I think
they have to. They have to. You can't have millions of people unemployed with no way to feed their family and pay rent. You can't.
Yeah, and
but the fact that no politician is addressing anything about fucking landlords and rent anywhere in this country is fucking ridiculous for businesses or for residential. It's out of control.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Well, how long was the rent thing? They can't kick us out yet, though, right?
No, they can't kick us out. But I mean, I think all they're doing is that's my timer. I think all they're doing, they're just adding they're delaying rent payments. People still have to come up with the money. You know what I mean? Which is fucking stupid.
Our landlord cut a little bit of, he said, you don't have to pay, not $300 off, but you don't have to pay me back.
Wow.
And I was like, that's cool.
That's amazing. All we got was a fucking note on the door that said, all we got was a note on the fucking entrance gate that said, we don't want your grubby checks or money in person. Please make sure you're paying your rent on time online. Stay the fuck away from us. We're quarantining.
Yeah, actually, he knocked off, he said, I'll knock off $400 a month until this kind of gets back to where it needs to be.
Landlords are about to be desperate, man. People are moving out. People are leaving like crazy.
Well, you can see on Facebook there's so many rooms for rent.
Yep. Every landlord. I'm going at the end of I mean, depending on how long this lasts, I'll probably go at the end of July and hit them up and be like, what's the deal here, guys? What's the deal?
Because it ain't going to last too much longer. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm not paying this shit.
Yeah. Luckily, I was able to offer them up my wife, and they fondled their butthole and titties
as a dowry.
As a dowry. I wrote on a quill in the moonlight. I said, "My dearest landlord, please enjoy my wife's butt cheeks and titas." And he knocked off $400. And on that note, everybody, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Because my wife heard that, I'm about to get kicked in the fucking head. Uncivilized, we did it again. I don't know how we keep coming up with these gems, but we did it again. Tight show, pussy tight. Show tighter than mermaid's pussy. You know that's real tight. That's an under the sea aerial, just a tight pussy. But hopefully I don't die of COVID in like 4 or 5 days. And I hope Brian stays alive. Hope Zach stays alive. I hope you guys stay alive. Until next time, I'm Moo.
Brian.
I'm Zach.
I love you guys. You guys be safe. Be safe.
Everybody be safe. Put on a fucking mask.
Put on a mask, you stupid motherfuckers.
Assholes. We can get back to business. Back to work.
Yeah, motherfuckers trying to get back to business, goddammit. Shit. Got money to make, goddammit. Holla at y'all niggas. I gotta go buy Kanye's clothes.
Oh, did you see his new song?
No. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, peace.